Welcome to iScopeMedia. We bring you the latest news from across the country. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest updates. India should commit to reducing emissions at the COP26 negotiations because technology has now made it possible to grow while also reducing emissions over time. Economist and former civil servant Montek Singh Ahluwalia said on Friday. Ahluwalia was speaking at a webinar hosted by the Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations, where a paper co-authored by him, Getting to Net Zero, an approach for India at COP26, was presented. Utkarsh Patel of the Center for Social and Economic Progress is the other co-author. The event was also attended by Manjeev Singh Puri, former ambassador and distinguished fellow of TERI, and Ajay Shah, professor of economics and law at Jindal Global University. Net zero goals, or the vow to ensure all greenhouse emissions are neutralized through measures such as carbon sinks, are among the major talk points in the run-up to the COP26 in the Glasgow. The world's largest climate conference is due to begin on Sunday and go till November 12. At the summit, where India will be represented by PM Modi, countries are expected to make even more ambitious climate change targets called nationally determined contributions than the 2015 Paris Agreement. Signed at COP24, the Paris Agreement has since been the roadmap for the world's battle to keep global temperatures well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably below 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, in a bid to thwart some of most intense impacts of the climate change. While 143 countries have submitted revised pledging net zero emissions by mid-century, India has refrained from doing either, arguing that it is on track to meet its climate goals for 2030. India believes that developed countries, not developing ones, should make deep cuts in emissions. The paper argues that while India need not commit to net zero emissions by 2050, it should consider gradually reducing emissions by increasing energy efficiency, electrifying all sectors as well as possible, and neutralizing whatever emissions are left with carbon sinks to achieve carbon neutrality in long term. We don't need to reach net zero by 2050, but we cannot keep emitting without a reduction. We don't need to reach net zero by 2050. We cannot keep emitting without a reduction. Balance can be restored by developed countries reaching net zero before 2050, said Ahluwalia. According to Ahluwalia, the best way to reduce emissions is by transitioning the renewable energy and becoming more energy efficient, by encouraging people to move to public transport, pricing energy economically, and creating performance incentives for the industries. Well, now stay with us. We shall bring you all the latest updates on this. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScopeMedia.